been a really interesting week when we're talking about CS2 investing. Starting off right here, things are starting to get crazy when we're talking about the Armory application numbers, specifically for the stickers. Now, if you want to look at the ROI for the Armory, we're not really seeing too much unexpected. Obviously, your top tier collections are producing a decent ROI because they've got those really expensive skins that are really rare. But we've actually had the Elemental Craft stickers sneak into second place and are nearly at first place, specifically because of these blue stickers inside of it. 60% of the value is coming from these blue stickers because people are so in demand about them. If we want to look at the application numbers right here, we can see that they are absolutely exploding and people demand for these stickers. It's absolutely crazy. The application numbers are off the charts, especially when we compare them to the character craft stickers. I think there's so much going on with these specific sticker collections that I'm really interested to see where it specifically goes. It looks like they're also getting slightly exponentially more applied. If we want to look at this gap right here, this is a 4-week gap that produced about 80,000 applications. Now we look at a 3-week gap, most recent, that produced the same 80,000 applications. Obviously, it's nothing super crazy, but the fact that they're getting quicker and more demanded is definitely a good sign of what's to come. SkinSwap just went ahead and dropped their biggest update ever. Not only are they sponsoring you with that top link in the description, but they're also introducing backpacks, allowing you to buy any item on the site and it's going to be personally held for you. Their trading feature is often told to be the best in the business, offering near instant trades, taking under 30 seconds right now. And their selling feature is instant as well, offering PayPal, crypto, and tons of different options if you're looking to get your money this second. And finally, they've always got that 40% deposit bonus if you're looking to pick up some brand new skins, so try them out today. There's no reason not to. Now, talking about our case market, we've seen so much beneficial things happen inside of this area. First off, we want to talk about the unboxing numbers. Consistently, we were seeing maybe 3.5 million in the weekly and maybe about 15 million in the monthly. Now we're looking at about 5 million in the weekly, about 18, 19 million in the monthly, and it's definitely on a positive uptrend at this point. Really good outlook. Biggest thing about this is it's nearly all active duty cases. We talk about our percentage being what it is. It's in the 70s. It's near approaching the 80s of active duty, and obviously including those purchasable items. That's very high. With that being said, look at what we're seeing for these rare cases in terms of their overall market outlook. Look at something like the Prisma 2 case. We can see that it's up significantly over the past month, and it looks nearly linear in the fact that its growth is consistent inside of this area. It's going up roughly a cent maybe per day. That's absolutely crazy that we're seeing consistent growth like this happening. And it's not just obviously the Prisma 2. Many other cases in the cheaper rare category are seeing a very similar track that we're seeing overall. People are really interested in either picking up this case to unbox it, not necessarily the most likely. What's probably the most likely is people are buying up some of these for an investment and then they end up opening a couple of them later down the line, and overall it's just a purely profitable thing for investors because obviously these cases are still getting deleted. Now, I can't believe after all this time, I would say it's finally starting to happen, and that's the fact that I would definitely say we are getting to the point where you could say we are running out of these rare cases. Now, talking about the cheaper rare cases, when we're talking about our Danger Zone, our Prismas, we've still got tens of thousands listed on the market, and I want to make it very clear, this number listed on the market is not the greatest indicator of the total supply left of a case. This is just the people willing to sell at this current price point or want to have it listed. It's not the same, but it's a very okay, rough outlook of where we're sitting inside of the market situation. Now, obviously, with that being said, I want to make it very clear, this number does still matter, and if we want to look at it overall, the cheaper rare cases have tens of thousands, but the more expensive rare cases have dropped off significantly. We're looking under 10,000 for so many of these actively invested into cases that are on the more expensive end. We're talking about our revolvers, our gammas, our chromas. A lot of cases that I would say are staples inside of this community are running out of listings on the market, which obviously in turn theoretically could mean that we're starting to get to the point where these cases are just so much more rare than people think. I definitely don't know the actual supply. We have rough outlooks of the supply in a lot of my videos that we talk about. These are obviously rough estimates, but it definitely shows we are on a downtrend for every single one of these supplies, and I think we're starting to get to the point now where people have the potential to make a lot of money off of this, because I think we could get to the point where we start to squeeze a little bit on these prices. People are still opening up these cases in the millions per year, and the fact is we just don't have the supply for it. I think these prices have definitely shown over the past couple of weeks that they definitely have a lot of value inside of them, and it's getting to the point now where we could start to see a lot more of that. Now, one thing I think we gotta talk about at this point is the heat treated Deagle. Obviously, I haven't really talked about it up until this point because there really wasn't too much to talk about. Obviously, it was inside of the Armory. We figured it was going to get removed and possibly replaced. Obviously, unfortunately, that didn't happen, but look at the graphs of what's happened afterwards. This thing is absolutely plummeted in value. It's absolutely crazy how much it has dropped off from the price point we were sitting at just around a month ago. It went from around $7 at a peak to now we're looking at around a $3 price point. That's over a 50% decrease, and obviously, I don't think it's going to be recovering anytime soon. The supply in this thing is absolutely massive, and it's a great incentive to show you how some items can get pumped up based off pure speculation, and how honestly you can profit because of things like this. Now, obviously, in this specific instance, it was going down in price, so you couldn't, but there's there's a lot of instances where it's the opposite and you can take advantage, sell your item, and make a ton of money. One easy instance to point out is going to be the gallery case. Now, a lot of people thought the gallery case had the potential of getting removed and replaced as well. Obviously, it seemed very unlikely now looking at it retrospectively, but that speculation was there, and it got up to almost $1.25 every single case you had, which is absolutely crazy considering the price it was sitting at normally is around $1, maybe 95 cents. You could have made a huge profit off of this, and it does raise the question if the gallery case is going to get removed in the near future, and I definitely don't think it's completely off the table. Looking at the cases that we've seen recently, the gallery case is obviously the most recent, but before that, we're going all the way back to the kilowatt. And the truth is, we're now approaching nearly 1 year where in the past 365 days, the only case we will be gotten is the gallery case. I think it's a very strong possibility that Valve is going to come out with another case at the start of this year. Look at it. Dreams and Nightmares in 2022, Revolution in 2023, and Kilowatt in 2024, all within the first 45 days of the new year. It's not guaranteed by any means, and I definitely think it will be pushed a little bit further back just because we got the gallery case in October, but I don't think it's completely off the table. Now, will it replace the gallery case? Obviously, we don't know. It could just be another active duty case that will kick one of the old active duty cases out there, but I think, honestly, we are getting to the point now where a new case is something we can realistically start to see. Now, with all this talking about data and cases and everything else, should you be buying right now? I think, honestly, the answer is very dependent on what you're trying to buy. If we're talking about something like Paris capsules, obviously, you can look at them. They're 10 cents. They're just really with the overall sticker market right now. I don't think it's a smart area to buy in, but if we're talking about something like the case market, you got to look at it and say, is it going to be going back down? Obviously, we don't know for certain inside of this area because there's so much volatility with just everything in the general market right now, but I would definitely say it's very dependent on what you're trying to get into in the specific area. Obviously, talking about sticker capsules, I think you'd be a fool to put any money into it, and we're going to be talking about Shanghai in just a quick second, but obviously, it's very dependent on what you're trying to do. Make a smart investment, use data, and honestly, if you can make a data-based decision, like the data we've shown a lot in this video, I think you're going to be in a very solid position. Now, talking about Shanghai, I had the most crazy thing ever happen to me. We'll talk about that in a quick second, but obviously, looking at these ROIs, you're looking at 145, 135, 129% ROI. Obviously, that's very misleading right now. That's because it takes a week from you unboxing the sticker capsule to actually being able to sell the sticker on the market. Therefore, these ROIs are significantly higher than anything you're going to be actually getting inside of this area. With that being said, you can definitely open up some of these, but your ROI is probably going to be around 60 to 70% maximum based off what we see for other capsules, usually around a couple weeks in. With all that being said, though, you gotta check out this clip right here. I was doing a stream where I was unboxing some capsules, and it really wasn't going well. I wasn't a fan of the Shanghai capsule, and then boom, we hit the Donk Autograph Gold, the most expensive sticker in all of Shanghai, worth around $250. Absolutely crazy. I could not believe that we pulled this, and obviously that's a massive profit coming from a 25-cent capsule. That's pretty much all I got. Obviously, no one wants Shanghai. Look at the application, but I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.